And now we're going to click in. The wheel is actually catching a bit on these balls, so I'm going to have to do something about that. So the balls here, these are just like Allen button balls that fasten the stepper on. They're just catching just on the edge inside, well, that edge of that wheel there. So it's going to have a bit of tweaking on it. We can't have that happening. As I say, this is the very first test of this actual print. Okay, this is my quick release feeding unit that I've been working on. It's gone through quite a few iterations, but the latest, well, one of the problems is that this wheel is far too close to this edge. So when you have the stepper, which fastens sort of on here, this side comes out here, any nut heads are scraping on this wheel. Also, that if you look, hopefully we can see this, the actual filament is a little bit out of line from the groove in the hub bolt. So I've changed the design a little bit. Well, notice I have this like thickish part on here. That was so that you could grip this, just have some indentations on here. Basically all I've done is made that thinner. There is a slight another change. I put a little bit of a nub on here, like a bump on there. So if you're looking from the side, well, sort of from this side, from the front in a way, you can definitely see that it is almost turning. If you notice that, that is at the same position of this arrow here, which if you're looking from this side, you can see that's turning and turning in the correct direction. So this now, I found that the bolt head fits in here very well, but the hole did need like dressing a bit. Found that two of these big washers. Also that this gives you a bit more like adjustment, because, sorry, I'm going out there, gives you a bit more adjustment because you can remove these washers. These washers do almost have a direction generally. They have a curved side and a, sorry, I keep going out, don't I? A curved side and a like round side. And then speed rings. They're not called washers, they're called speed rings. Sorry about that. Awkward getting on the camera. Now the speed ring basically goes on the inside edge of the skateboard bearing, so it stops any chance of binding up. Okay, let's put this in here. Oh, I've already got the skateboard bearing in there, didn't I? Press that in. So now there's a bigger gap there. That should allow for any bolt heads, so long as they're not too big. Also, just let me pull on this a bit because it will be tightened up from this side. The filament is a lot more centre on that groove. Actually, that might want moving a little bit to the right. As I say, you've got quite a bit more adjustment. Speed rings tend to be thinner than normal washers, so I can put another speed ring on there. Let me try that. The skateboard bearing has fallen out. Yeah, and that is, and let me pull on this side because this will be tightened up with a nut, as I say. That's spot on there. And we've got this gap this side to allow for any heads of any balls that board the stepper on. So that is like an improvement. Now there is another problem I've noticed with this, is it's to do with this balls. But when it clips in to this groove, if I turn this, the whole ball can turn. I don't know if you can see that head turning there. If I turn this, the whole ball can turn. I don't know if you can see that head turning there. But that head is actually turning. So this is not gripping. So if you go to adjust this, this isn't gripping. So I am looking for a hex headed bolt which has a plain shaft, and when I've been looking I've only found one that is 4mm and has a hex head and it has a part plain shaft. You need this part plain shaft, otherwise the teeth of the bolt will catch on this washer here. But the spring is against that, and you need to be able to slide that to hook it in and out this groove. Okay, so that is the quick release. As I said, you can sort of go like this if you want to move the filament. So that's something else I'm going to have to do a bit of work on, I think. It is possible to actually put your thumb there while you tighten it, and I think that just grips it enough so that you can adjust it, but it's not really ideal having this round headed, especially smooth one like this one is, headed sort of Allen bolt, because it, even with the spring tension, it's not really gripping in here, and the whole thing is turning. Not so bad, I think, when I'm loosening it off, but when I'm trying to tighten it up, just about make out how that turns there. So this, and there's still threads on there, so this nail nut could tighten up more. So a bit more work on that. This new, well, thinner design here of this wheel, it still gives you, you know, something to grab hold of and grip. Actually, I was thinking of almost putting something on this edge. I've got to consider about how much plastic it's printing out, etc. as well. Okay. So that is the latest iteration of this. Basically, mainly just thinner there instead of being thicker. I was considering having the bolt going deeper, but that would, I think, cause other problems. So that's an update on this quick release belt drive feeding mechanism I'm working on.